Now, we all knew what Nick Chubb could do. We saw it at the end of last year, but has he surprised you a little bit this year, even what he's been able to do already?
No, because since I've been here, he's been working hard on his hands to catch the ball better. I think as a runner, he proved last year he can do some things. So from that aspect, it doesn't surprise us any. I was glad to see the pass that he caught this past weekend. The route that he ran, the ball was a little bit behind him, but he was able to catch the ball. So he's been focusing hard on becoming a better receiver, and I think he's doing a tremendous job at that.
As a runner, what maybe is he doing this year that wasn't quite within his grasp as a rookie last year?
I think coming out of Georgia, the things that he's doing as a runner now, he did those things in college. So I'm not surprised about anything he's doing as a runner.
He's so decisive. I mean, we see him make cuts, and then the next thing you know, he's 10, 15 yards down the field. Has that improved at all this year, or is that something he's always been?
I think what has improved over last year was his ability and his patience now to press the point more, giving the defenders the impression that he's going where he's not going. So I think he's doing a good job of doing that, and he's making some good runs. He's getting some blocking from everybody else that's involved, but he's doing some things on his own as well.
Coach, I know this is jumping ahead a little bit. We asked Freddie, and it is getting to the time of year when Hunt is going to come back, and you have the bye week to plan. So if I can ask you a question about him, as you transition into thinking about having him available and actually having him available, what's that probably going to look like as a rotation develops?
I really have no idea right now because we're focused on the guys that we have that's playing, and Dontrell is a third down guy. We're focusing on what's our best point of attack against New England with the guys that we have right now. That's all I can say about that.
One of the big issues, speaking of Dontrell, one of the big issues of the game past was, and I mean, it's easy to say, and nobody, I think, quite simplified it like this, but kind of the knee-jerk thought was, what's Hilliard doing on the field in such a big time of the game when the ball went off his hands and it was an interception. But there was a reason he was. The staff saw fit to have him on the field. So what was in play there?
Yeah, it was almost 2 minutes, and he's that guy for the most part that goes in that situation.
What have you seen from Dontrell? I mean, coming into this year, he hadn't even carried the ball, in an NFL game. He had played, obviously, and had a carry. What have you seen from him? Kind of his progression so far.
Well, I think he's doing pretty good. He can catch the ball. He can run the ball when given the opportunity. I think we saw when he played an extended period of time in the fourth quarter against Baltimore, we saw that he could run the ball inside. He ran pretty good. He ran some guys over, and he ended up scoring a touchdown. For the most part, in the situations that we've had him in, he's fared out pretty good.
This is neither here nor there, but my son follows pretty closely. In his 20s, watched for a long time. We were talking about who were the elite running backs in the league for his money. He said, I can't name many who I'd rather have than Chubb. In fact, I don't even know if he named more than a couple, but that's the question. In terms of you hoping that you have an elite back in Chubb and him being that, is he close to being an elite back at this point?
I think he's an elite back now. I think anything that we ask of him, he gets it done extremely well. But Nick comes out here every day that we have practice, and he works extremely hard. He prepares like it's game day when he practices. So the things that he is doing in ball games isn't a surprise to anyone that sees him practice every day. It's not a surprise to his teammates, and it's not a surprise to us as coaches.
To be elite, one would have to be really fast. And I know from asking his track times, he was a 10.6 in the 100 in high school. And that's obviously a very fast high school time and a pretty fast time for any back. But is he close to as fast as any back? Or are there certain backs, whether it be scat backs or whatever, who are clearly a bit faster than Nick is?
I don't know if there's I can't say any that's faster. It's what you see on tape, you know. And Nick has it all, in my opinion.
Yeah. So he's well. I think you probably even used the term "sky's the limit" for him. Did you say that? Or
Yeah,
is that
absolutely,
kinda it?
absolutely. The sky's the limit for him because of how he prepared and the things that we're trying to do as an offensive staff to get him involved in his continued improvement upon catching the ball and running routes is just it's great. It just shows the type of guy that he is, and he wants to be on the field all the time.
Stump, can I ask you a little bit about his vision and part and parcel to like the 52-yard run that he had on Sunday, how that really showed the vision that he has and his ability to make that good decision?
Yeah, well, I think the greatest thing about his vision, first of all, is to realize what type of play we have going on, and for him to make sure he takes that play as far as he can. If it takes him around the corner and nothing shows, that's where he's trying to go. If something flashes, he has the ability to put his foot in the ground and get going north or south in a split second. So those are the things that Nick has improved upon, in my opinion. I think he's going to get almost everything out of a run that he could possibly get. And if the game is going sour a little bit and he don't feel like he's getting to taste anything, sometimes he run with frustration, and it may end up turning into a touchdown, breaking tackles that he didn't have to break. He could just, I remember he scored a touchdown, I think maybe against the Ravens, going to his left or whoever it was. He brought it back to the left. He could have stayed to the right, but he was just frustrated, and he scored a frustrating touchdown.
You'll take it, right?
Yeah.
On kind of on John's question a little bit, that long run, when he broke through, somebody in the box said he's gone, and then he wasn't. I was watching pretty close. The safety, I think it was number 26, was running alongside him. But did you think he was gone, and were you somewhat surprised?
Well, 26 wouldn't have made the tackle. I think he would have ran away from him. But Flowers, number 21, was to his left. Nick he had to veer left to get away from 26, and Flowers was able to make the play. But those guys can run too.
Yeah,
I mean, and they were not behind Nick; they were already in front of Nick. He kind of pulled away. Like I said, I don't think the corner to our right would have made the tackle, but he veered back into Flowers, and Flowers was going to make the tackle. Yeah,
he would have been gone if he would have taken it smart. Question about Nick's durability. Obviously, he's held up, but are you guys kind of putting him on a snap count and carry count to ease the load on him a little bit? Because in the back of your mind there might be an awareness that you want him fresh for the second half of the season.
No, I don't think we're putting him on a pitch count or a snap count or anything like that. I think he's getting maybe 3 or 4 receptions a game, depending on what's there, and 17 to maybe 20 some carries. But I don't think we're conscious of the number of touches that he's getting. However Freddie calls the game is how it goes.
How does he seem to be in terms? You always hear players say that at this time of year there isn't anybody in the league who doesn't have nicks and bruises. But in that context, how is he doing right now physically?
I think he's doing great because he takes care of his body. He gets his massages when he's supposed to. If there's anything that's bothering him at all, he's in here getting treatment. So he understands this is his business, and he prepares that way. And he has goals that he wants to accomplish individually, which will allow us to do what we need to do collectively to be successful.
We haven't gotten to see much of Dearness in the regular season, but what did you know about him before he got here? And what kind of made you guys want to keep him around?
I didn't know anything about him before he got here, but once he got here, he showed that he wanted to make an NFL team, and I think he's done a tremendous job in terms of pass blocking, and when given the opportunity to run or catch, he's been good at those things. He just happened to be in a line of other backs that's been here before him, and we have them penciling in ahead of him.